Tonight, the octagon is heating up as welterweight titans Gilbert Burns and Mike Malott collide in a massive main event at UFC Winnipeg. Gilbert Burns, a former title challenger, is on a tough skid, facing only the toughest competition. But can he dig deep and find that winning form against the surging Canadian contender? Mike Malott is a fast-rising star, racking up wins and impressive finishes since joining the UFC. He's aiming for a huge statement victory on home soil in front of a roaring Winnipeg crowd. We're breaking down the odds and the keys to victory for both fighters. Will wrestling be the deciding factor, or will striking decide it all?
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
But the fight card hits a major snag, as former light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz is out of his rematch against Bogdan Guskov at UFC 328. The Polish powerhouse revealed he suffered a torn meniscus in his last sparring session, a devastating blow just weeks before the event. Blachowicz vowed to return stronger, but this withdrawal shakes up the light heavyweight division. Get ready for UFC Winnipeg, folks. The promotion touches down in Canada for a stacked card, headlined by that barnburner between Gilbert Burns and Mike Malott. The action kicks off with preliminary bouts at 5 p.m. ET, followed by the main card at 8 p.m. ET, streaming on Paramount+. We've got a thrilling bantamweight co-main event featuring Kyler Phillips against the hometown favorite Charles Jourdain. Plus, a full slate of fights including Mandel Nallo versus Jai Herbert and Jasmine Jasudavicius looking to rebound. Don't miss a single second of the fights from Winnipeg. And the UFC Winnipeg card is locked and loaded with exciting matchups, from a pivotal welterweight showdown to a stacked undercard featuring fighters looking to impress. We'll have all the live results and highlights right here as the action unfolds. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of the fight night excitement. Tonight, April 18, 2026, the octagon touches down in Winnipeg, Manitoba, as UFC welterweight contenders Gilbert Burns and Mike Malott are set to clash at the Canada Life Centre. This highly anticipated bout pits a former title challenger against a surging Canadian contender, aiming for a statement victory on home soil. Gilbert Burns, despite being on a 4-fight losing streak, has faced only elite competition, with his lowest-ranked opponent in that stretch being number 6 Sean Brady. The question remains, can a slight step back in competition reignite the Brazilian veteran's winning ways? Mike Malott, on the other hand, has been a force since joining the UFC in 2022, boasting 6 wins in his last 7 outings and cracking the top 15 with impressive finishes. This matchup represents a significant test for the rising proper Mike. Strategically, Burns, known for his explosive offense including powerful kicks, overhands, and takedowns, will likely seek to close the distance and leverage his renowned grappling advantage. While Malott is also a decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Burns' mastery on the mat is a different caliber. Wrestling is seen as Burns' clearest path to victory, where he can exploit an edge in grappling if he can secure takedowns. Malott, conversely, possesses superior striking, height, and reach. His game is fluid, characterized by powerful round kicks from both legs, intelligent switch-hitting combinations, and effective clinch wrestling. His submission game, particularly front chokes, is also a significant threat. Malott's game plan will likely focus on maintaining distance, denying takedown attempts, and utilizing his striking combinations to keep Burns at bay. The strategy suggests Malott could exploit Burns' tendency to move forward with wide swings, potentially landing stiff jabs that have troubled the Brazilian in the past. An aggressive start from Malott could also be key, capitalizing on Burns' recent struggles and low confidence. While Burns' grappling always presents a submission threat, a quick tap-out seems less likely given Malott's own defensive capabilities, and Burns' limited submission wins this decade. The prevailing prediction leans towards Malott, fueled by the Winnipeg crowd, potentially landing early strikes that rattle Burns, leading to a potential knockout victory for the Canadian. A highly anticipated light heavyweight rematch at UFC 328 has been thrown into disarray with the withdrawal of former champion Jan Blachowicz. The Polish powerhouse announced via social media on Saturday that a torn meniscus will keep him sidelined and out of his scheduled bout against Bogdan Guskov. Blachowicz was set to face Guskov on May 9 in Newark, New Jersey, a rematch of their UFC 323 clash in December, which ended in a controversial majority draw. "I was supposed to be in the States next week, but plans had to change. I'm beyond pissed," Blachowicz stated, detailing the injury occurred during the final round of sparring due to a misplaced kick. Despite the significant setback and immense disappointment, Blachowicz remains resolute, vowing to return and finish things on my own terms. The former champion has had a mixed record in recent years, with 1 win, 2 losses, and 2 draws since May 2022, including his title fight draw against Magomed Ankalaev and losses to Alex Pereira and Carlos Ulberg. UFC 328 is still set to be headlined by a middleweight title bout between champion Khamzat Chimaev and challenger Sean Strickland. The Ultimate Fighting Championship touches down in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, for a stacked UFC Fight Night event tonight, Saturday, April 18, 2026. The highly anticipated card is set to deliver explosive action from the Canada Life Centre, marking the promotion's first return to the city since December 2017. Headlining the evening is a pivotal welterweight showdown between former title challenger Gilbert Burns and the surging Mike Malott. In the co-main event, Kyler Phillips will lock horns with Charles Jourdain in a thrilling bantamweight contest. Fight fans can catch all the action live, with the preliminary card kicking off at 5:00 p.m. ET and the main card beginning at 8:00 p.m. ET, exclusively streaming on Paramount+. The welterweight main event carries significant implications for the division's rankings. Gilbert Burns, currently ranked number 11, faces a crucial test against Mike Malott, who aims to break into the top 15. Burns, a former championship contender, is looking to reverse a recent string of tough losses, most recently a first-round TKO defeat to Michael Morales in May 2025. His UFC record stands at 22 wins and 9 losses. On the other side, Mike Malott enters his first UFC main event on a 3-fight win streak following a setback against Neil Magny in January 2024. Malott, with a professional record of 13 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw, is eager to make a statement and solidify his position among the welterweight elite. The undercard features a compelling lineup of matchups, including Mandel Nallo versus Jai Herbert in the lightweight division, Jasmine Jasudavicius against Karine Silva in women's flyweight action, and a heavyweight clash between Tanner Boser and Gurkhan Sarasam, among others. UFC Winnipeg promises a night of unforgettable fights and potential career-defining moments for its athletes. UFC Winnipeg is set to deliver a thrilling night of fights at the Canada Life Centre in Winnipeg, Manitoba, today, April 18. The welterweight division takes center stage in the main event as former title challenger Gilbert Burns aims to break a 4-fight losing streak against Canadian contender Mike Malott, who has an impressive 6-1 UFC record and 3 consecutive wins. The co-main event features an exciting bantamweight clash between Charles Jourdain, looking for a home country victory after 2 straight wins, and Kyler Phillips, seeking his first win in over 2 years. The main card also includes Jai Herbert's return to the octagon against promotional debutant Mandel Nallo, one of 6 fighters making their UFC introductions at the event. Top-ranked women's flyweight Jasmine Jasudavicius, looking to rebound from a knockout loss, faces Karina Silva, while the main card kicks off with a lightweight bout between Gage Young and Thiago Moises. Denis Buzukja will welcome Marcio Barbosa to the UFC in the featured prelim, with the majority of other preliminary bouts showcasing Canadian talent eager to impress the home crowd. All fighters successfully made weight, though one bout between Mitch Raposo and Alan Nascimento was cancelled late due to illness and rescheduled for June. Preliminary card action begins at 5:00 p.m. ET, promising a full evening of live results and highlights.